Great point about English being tied to England, and you're right. However, English wasn't so much invented as it has evolved over centuries, so Nerdy Clem is here to give you a quick version of how it all began. The word English comes from the Angles, one of the Germanic tribes that migrated to Britain in the 5th century. Their name evolved into Englisk in Old English, and over time that became English. So yep, even the name for our language has been on quite the journey. English's roots are in the languages of the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes. They're Germanic tribes that brought their dialects to Britain from Germany, Denmark, and the Netherlands. Their speech displaced Celtic and Latin, creating what we call Proto-English. It was basic, but it got the job done. By the 7th century, Proto-English had grown into Old English, the language of Beowulf. It had lots of Latin thanks to Christianity and a big boost from the Viking raids. Words like sky, leg, and anger are all thanks to Viking or Norse influence. You can thank the Scandinavians for that. Then came 1066, when William the Conqueror, or as I like to call him, Tonton Guy, because part of my family comes from the northwest of France, invaded England and won the Battle of Hastings. Along with his knights and his baguettes, the Normans brought their French flair, and suddenly English got a glow up. Think beef instead of cow, justice instead of fairness, and fashion instead of whatever the Anglo-Saxons were wearing. This mix of Old English and Norman French created Middle English, which sounds a lot closer to the English that we speak today. And by this other Will's time, aka William Shakespeare, early modern English was thriving. Thanks to the Renaissance, English borrowed a ton of words from Latin, Greek, and European language. This is also when the great vowel shift happened, so bite stopped sounding like bit. Basically, English decided that vowels should be extra dramatic. You'd love it, Bill. By the 17th century, modern English was in full swing, all thanks to Britain colonization. It spread worldwide, and along the way, English borrowed words from everywhere. Boomerang from Australia, shampoo from India, and pasta from Italy. It's like a linguistic sponge. That's why we have so many accents and spellings and quirks today. English isn't just England's, it belongs to everyone now. While English got its name from England, it's really a global patchwork of history, invasions, and creativity. Isn't it amazing just how much history is packed into the words that we use today? Anyway, I thought that was pretty interesting. If you've got another language question, drop it in the comments. I'm thinking maybe we look at why Americans say cilantro instead of coriander. What do you think?